Hello everyone, hope you're doing okay. Well, let's start some, before I forget, let's start some music. How about that? Hopefully it's not too loud, but fingers crossed you can hear it okay. Yes, hope you're doing alright. Yeah, basically welcome to a sort of Christmas special, I guess you'd say. Basically we're looking at what sort of Christmas treats you like from either today, in the future maybe, I don't know, and yesteryear as well. What's your favourite one? So basically, what did you like when you were younger, maybe at Christmas time? What do you like now when you're at Christmas time? Well, this actually, what can't you get anymore that you used to love back in the day? Yeah, so we're discussing all those today. Hopefully, should be an interesting one, I think. I feel there's quite a lot of scope for this one as well, isn't there? Really, there's lots of. I don't know. I feel like Christmas is quite synonymous with Christmas treats, you know, chocolates and cake and I mean obviously turkey and stuff like that, I guess. But I mean, well, we could talk about turkey and I don't know, other things like that, pigs in blankets. Maybe we could talk about those. I was feeling more the sweet variety rather than the savoury variety. But who knows? We'll see what happens. You never know. So anyway, I hope you're doing all right. It's going to be actually quite an interesting one. Quite a lot, I think, to talk about. I don't know. We'll try and sort of essentially show pictures of each one as well. Let's see if I can kind of do something like that, and let's see if I can do it now. Let's have a look, see if I can find there we go. Let's see if this will work. There we are. So we've got I'll have to adjust that slightly, but you kind of see the gist of what I'm trying to get at here. So what I'll do is I'll perhaps put see if I can just adjust this in some way, shape or form to perhaps, I don't know if that will be, we'll put it there, maybe something like that. How about that? That might be quite good, right? So so basically for me, growing up, Cadbury's Roses was something that was always a real sort of I don't know, staple mainstay. I don't know, something I always had when I was younger, basically when sort of Christmas came around, and I really enjoyed it. Actually, it was classic Cadbury's Roses as well. None of this sort of, I don't know, I was going to say nonsense then. I think Cadbury's Roses isn't quite what it used to be, but back when I was younger, you know, you had like a little. I preferred the look of it as well. I don't know. Obviously, it was in tins. They always were in tins back in the day, not on this plastic stuff. We had like a sort of. I remember the Cadbury Dairy Milk was like a little tab of chocolate. It was a tab. It wasn't like a segment. It was a tab, for want of a better word. It was like quite flat, quite small. And Bourneville was in there as well, the same sort of design, but obviously dark chocolate. And they had like lots of foils in there. Remember the strawberry cream? Is it strawberry dream? Strawberry cream? Strawberry dream, I think it's called, isn't it? I think that was in there. And it had the same wrapper as the coffee cream as well, but it was different colours. So I think the strawberry cream was like the typical Roses one, actually, like the red and white, or red and blue. Sorry. Whereas the coffee cream was brown and silver, but the Roses were silver. It's like a sort of the pattern with roses and then the background. And obviously with the strawberry dream, whatever it's called, the roses were red and the background was blue, so it's typical Roses. But the coffee one, the background was like a sort of brownie colour, and the roses were silver. So I remember always liking that, and always just I don't know, the coffee creams, always loved those. I still wish they were there. They did bring them back not too long ago, didn't they? But then they got rid of them just as quickly. I don't know why, you know, Roses. And the Bourneville just been in there as well. There was other things in there. I think there's like the Brazilian Darkness was in there. There's one called Montelimar or something as well, which I only remembered about recently, actually. I think it was like I don't know if I ever had it myself. It wasn't one I always wondered what on earth it was. I think it was marzipan or something like that, I think. So quite an interesting one. Yeah. So I used to quite enjoy those. You know, just the concept, just the fact, the selection in there, I used to quite like. You know, so yeah, good afternoon, Andrew, good afternoon. We saw a photo of an old tin of Roses from the 80s online. The selection contained a tab of Bourneville. Yeah, that's what I was just talking about. A black cherry cream. I don't remember that one. Coffee cream. Marzipan, that Montelimar. Yes, that was the one. Yeah, there's one just been talking about, actually. Yes, I don't remember the cherry cream one. I don't remember that one, but it probably was there, as I say. Yeah, I don't remember that one at all, but it could have been. Let's have a look at some black cherry cream to see if I can find... see if it's there somewhere. Let's see if I can see an image of that to put up. Yeah, it looks like maybe it's sort of like a fondant cream, I think, from a little image that's appeared. But I don't know if that's something else. I'm not too sure. Well, unless there is yeah. Let's see if I don't know. Yeah, see if I can put this image on there. I'll search for it. I'll just blank the image out a second, just so I can just show it in case something crazy comes. We never know what will appear on the internet these days, do you really? So yes, let's have a look. Images. Yeah, let's have a look. So yeah, put the image back in. Let's see if we can see it. So we've got some roses there, which is not quite, well, you know, I guess it's kind of what we're talking about, but not quite. So yes, that's making it bigger. So we can extend it out a bit. There's some cherry creams there. I think that's something else. Here's the sort of like a menu from the time. So we can make that bigger maybe. You can't quite see that. We can see the tabs there. There we go. So there's the tab obviously from someone on Facebook, this one. The tab there of dairy milk there, and you can see the tab of Bourneville there. I don't know if you can see where my mouse is pointing, actually, you probably can't, but there we go. And hello there, Skywalker. Hello, how are you doing today, Skywalker? Good to see you. Great to see you, great to see you. But yes, so we're just talking about classic chocolates, basically, chocolate treats at Christmas. Yes, and good to see you, Alan, as well. Good to see you. Not doing too bad, thank you. Oh, Fredo, Christmas Fredo today. Not too bad at all, not too bad at all. Good to see you. But yeah, how are you doing, Alan? How are you doing, Andrew, and the Skywalker as well? Hope you're doing well. But yes, just to jump back to Andrew here, here's the old classic menu from back in the day. So yes, I can't, the top one vaguely looks familiar actually now. I don't know if that's the Montelimar one. I can't quite see, to be honest with you. It's quite difficult for me to, let's see if we can make this even bigger maybe. It might cover my, yes, Noisette Whirl I think is the top. I do remember that colour though. Montelimar's the green one in the top left. Fudge of course. Orange cream was in like a barrel shaped one. Almond cream. I remember the almond cream, which was the blue one. Looks to be about 4 o'clock on there. I remember that one actually. I remember the chocolate. I don't remember tasting it, but I remember seeing it. Yeah, it's bringing back some memories. This actually. Yeah, caramel cake, of course, just looked like a cake back in the day. You know, the hazel caramel, I think. Hazel whirl, caramel in there as well. Coconut. Yeah, I can't tell the black cherry flavour cream at the middle. Yes, I don't remember seeing that one. To be honest with you, I don't remember that at all. It seems to be there instead of the strawberry dream. So this, yeah, whatever it is. So it seems to be there instead of that one. So that's interesting. Maybe that's what it was there. Black cherry. I just assumed it was a strawberry one, but maybe it was that. But I'm sure the one I had when I was younger was blue and red wrapper. I'm sure it was. You know, I'm sure it was. Yeah. Interesting, that one, really interesting. Yes. Happy childhood memory has to be a selection of stockings. Mars, I think they're obviously the shape of stocking and were made from netting. Yeah, I remember those. Yeah, we'll come to those in a second actually. Let's have a, yes. Honestly. Yeah, I think that's oh dear, yeah, I remember those actually. I do remember them. I really do. Black Magic is the best mainstream chocolate box that contains some of the old favourites, including raspberry cream and coffee cream. Yeah, I'm going to have to re-review those Black Magic. I think I reviewed it a few years back, didn't I? I think I did. I still enjoy the Cadbury, the camel and the orange strawberry creams in Cadbury Roses. It's actually very limited now, very circular menu in the image I was talking about. Yes, very nice. I remember, yeah, I don't remember the cream one. As it looks to me before the strawberry dream was in there. Maybe that was an unusual one. The strawberry dream's always been, let's say, it could have been there when I had some, and I was just confusing them. I can't remember, but interesting. But yeah, back in the day, that would take me back. Yeah, that takes me back. And as I say, you can see the sort of coffee cream in the bottom left, but just around 6 o'clock. And those tabs as well. It was lovely, and quite a lot of a varied selection as well, I think you would say. Varied selection, yeah. Let's see if I can make that smaller again. Okay, interesting. Yeah, so there we go. Alright, let's have a look here. The Mars stocking. I do remember that. I forgot all about that. Let's have a look. I'll just close the thing again so you can in case something. Well, I'm searching for Mars stocking. Who knows what will appear, but Mars stocking chocolate Christmas. See if we can get an image of this. I don't know if this, well, this looks to be an old school. Here we go. Here's the one, Alan. Right, I'll tell you what. Let's put the image back on. So orange stocking. Let's have a see. So yes, let's have a see. So right. So we've got the. Hang on a sec. Am I looking at the right? I think I'm looking at the wrong screen here. Maybe. Yes, I am. Okay. Right, so let's search for this one here. Have it up here. Right. So we've got this one here, which is not what we're talking about. This is a newer one. Let's see if I can sort of scroll across maybe somehow or other. Let's use a bit of magic going on. Here it is on the right. Well, in fact, I think there's one further down actually. So, but we'll go to the one on the right because that's the one I originally saw. So look, so here. Oh, hang on. Yeah, there we go. There we are. Look at that. Obviously, Marathon probably would have been in there back in the day, Alan. But yes, that's kind of what I see. I don't know if that's the exact one actually because it's got Cadbury in there as well, hasn't it? I don't think when we were talking about it would have had Cadbury in there. But it was definitely something like that, wasn't it? I do remember. Yeah, I do remember having that. I do remember it. Very interesting one, that as well. Yes, honestly, yeah, I do remember that. Some new products coming out here: Milky Bar Crunchy Pops, some of the Kit Kat Pops White Maltesers, Crunchy Egg Oreos, and Fudgy Salted Caramel Munchies. That should be quite interesting. Well, Fudgy Salted Caramel, well, the fact it's got fudgy in there, it immediately fills me with trepidation, but hopefully, hopefully good. Cream Egg Oreos sounds quite nice. And I saw there was Oreos. Yeah, it actually was the biscuit, isn't it? It's actually not actual cream egg, so it should be quite interesting. Yeah. Well, there you go. Not sure how they differ from the old salted caramel fudge munchies. Well, this is it exactly. I'm a bit uncertain about that. We'll see. We'll see how it goes, I think. Yes. Oh, similar to Cadbury's Puds, Fantastic Crispers. Not sure if that's what they were called, but they were good. Chunky bite with runny cow inside, I think. I don't remember what were those then, Alan? I don't remember. Yeah, I don't know. Do you have a name for those or anything like that? I don't know, but I don't remember anything like that. I must say, I don't remember that. Interesting. Okay, yeah, can't remember that. I can't remember at all. Yeah, I'll just hide the image in while I'm just scrolling through some, see if I can find a better image of the stocking from Mars. I'm sure there was a. I don't know. Yeah, I can't find a brilliant one online, but it's something like that, wasn't it? Something like the one we just showed, I think. Yeah. So it does tell me about that. There was definitely, I definitely remember having those, Alan. They were really, really good as well. As I said, I don't know if it was quite like that. Well, that's still a classic one by the looks of it, but yeah, interesting. There's also a marble toast chocolate orange Easter egg coming out with extra thick chocolate, but I'm not sure what the point of the orange swirls will be. As the chocolate's already orange flavoured. Yeah, just to look good, won't it? But I'm glad they're doing it though, Andrew. But yes, exactly. Yeah. It should be marble, milk and white chocolates, maybe even milk, white and dark marble. That'd be quite good, wouldn't it? If they actually sort of embrace the differences there. I think that would be quite nice. But they won't. The cheap way. Should be quite good though. Yeah, it should be quite good. But these, yes, because yeah, but the selection boxes. I mean, obviously, yeah. I used to have back in the day selection boxes for Christmas. But like Alan said, these I remember these. I forgot all about these ones. Alan, these are really good choice actually. Yeah, it takes me back those. I can't remember what was in them though. I just remember having a Christmas stocking. I didn't know it was Mars particularly. It could have been where I had loads of different selections like that. But I do remember having a stocking like that. Yeah, of course. Is that still a thing anymore? Do people? I mean, I used to have like a Christmas sort of sack for presents and things. I know stockings kind of one, you know, but obviously stockings are quite small. But is that concept in any way, shape, or form still around? You know, would even people talk about Christmas stockings anymore, filling for presents and chocolates and things? I don't even know if that's a thing anymore, is it? I've not heard anyone mention it for a long time. Interesting, isn't it? Yeah, Christmas stockings. Anyone know about them at all? Maybe that's I don't know. Yeah, is it still a thing? Yeah, really, I don't even know if it is anymore. Which is a shame, isn't it? I'm about to say it's completely left my mind. You know, maybe you can get them sort of somewhere like a big one sort of for presents and things. But yeah. Every year I used to get these Cadbury miniature dispensers where you put a coin and get a tab of chocolate. Mars also Cadbury selection boxes appeared at Christmas too. Let's have a see. So how can we search for that? What do we say? Cadbury dispenser. Let's see. Yeah, I think I remember seeing that. I never had one myself. But yes. Oh, one moment. There's someone there. There's someone. Yes, someone at the door. It might be a parcel or something like that. So it won't be a second. Okay, sorry about that. Yes, just yeah, basically just Amazon delivering a parcel, something along those lines. Yes, Cadbury dispenser. Yeah, I don't think let's have a look. We've got one on the image thing. Let's see if it's have we got one there? Yes, maybe a bit. That's kind of it, isn't it? It's not the one I'm thinking of. It's one a bit further down, I think. Maybe. Let's have a look. There we go. Maybe that's it there. How about that? Is that the kind of one you had, Andrew? Or something like that. I don't think I've ever had one of those myself. It does sound an interesting one. Yeah. I quite like the fries selection box these days, but we should bring back the raspberry cream. It does annoy me that there's only 3 flavours in that selection box. I'm sure there's only 3 anyway, but they could have had, you know, I'm sure they've got 5 on the go at once, but they only put 3 in that selection. So I wish it was more comprehensive, you know. Yes, that's Santa Claus with the chocolates at your door, yeah. Goodness me, I know it'd be a good time, wouldn't it? Honestly, yeah. Maybe Santa works for Amazon these days. Goodness me, a subscription service. I used to love my chocolate machine. So you had one then, Alan? I never had one like this. I never had one. Yeah. It does look a good idea though. It does look a good idea, but I never had one of those. Goodness me. Oh, maybe I missed out. Maybe I missed out a bit there. Yeah, honestly. Oh dear. Yes, what other chocolate would have people had back in there? I'm trying to think what else You know, I think I used to have like biscuits, like Family Circle and things back. There was always like a Family Circle biscuit selection, but it wasn't the one that was around now. It was still a bit rubbish, but it had like Oreos in there. There was two. I remember I've mentioned this a few times on the channel. There was Oreo biscuits in there as well, but they weren't Oreos. But I remember loving them. They rather than like a sort of, you know, white cream, whatever the cream is in Oreos, it was like a chocolate cream. I remember always just there was only 2 in the Family Circle box. Maybe there was 2 underneath if it's double layered. I can't remember. And they used to go so quick, but I remember just loving them. They're really nice, really nice. In fries section, you get regular cream, mint cream, orange cream, turkey's delight. Turkey's delight. That's okay. So you get that, I guess. But reminds me of the core non-limited flavours. Yeah, it's just I think we said this before, haven't they? They don't do fries 5 cents, but at least do a selection box with 5 flavours in. It's hard to buy the Dairy Milk tabs once you finish ones that came with the dispensers. Yeah, I bet you can't. Yeah. Well, there you go. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame that. Got a box of M&S chocolate chip assorted cookies every year. Easy to get through with a hot drink. Yeah, they do good biscuits. M&S. I was in there the other week actually, and was quite excited to get some stuff, but I stopped myself. Yeah, it's so dark here in Newcastle. It's gone dark now here. It was slightly light 15 minutes ago when I was just about to start the stream. But it's it's gone dark now. It's gone dark now for sure. Now I did actually, Andrew. I got the. I managed to see if I can get it. Actually, I'll find it. I'm going to probably review it tomorrow. I've got the Yule-log from Tesco. Yes, the red velvet Yule-log. Quite difficult to. Well, it wasn't difficult to find, but you had to look for it because it was just. I don't know. Tesco just. I don't know. They just were a bit rubbish, really. You know, with displaying stuff. I must say, and it was there, but it wasn't obvious. Yeah, I went to the cake section. I went to the Christmas section, didn't see it. And I went to the cake section, there's nothing there. And I came back to the Christmas section, thinking, well, it must be there. And I did discover it. And there was a couple of Yule-logs. There was a normal Yule-log and the red velvet one. So yes. Have you ever thought about getting a chocolate fountain? I saw huge ones in TK Maxx or TK Mad. Honestly. Well, no, I haven't. Well, I think I did have one actually. I think someone bought me one as a present for leaving work at one point. I think it was. With all the stuff and things like this, but I don't know what I did with it in the end. I think they gave me a load of chocolate with it, but I never really used it. I don't know, because it's one of those where I think it sounds like a great idea in practice, but in theory, but in practice, I'm not sure if it's one where it's just a bit, I don't know. It's one of those, isn't it? But I remember going to some do like a wedding or a engagement party or something. There was a chocolate fountain. I remember just taking a pint glass and just filling it with chocolate. Well, the chocolate fountain, everyone else was dipping strawberries in. I just got a massive, pints of chocolate, which was quite good. Which is what it should be about, isn't it? Really? So I am an advocate of that kind of thing for sure. But last year for Xmas Day and Xmas Eve, I got a regular Aldi, a special scented chocolate Yule-log from Asda Exceptional. White chocolate clementine Yule-log. The clementine one was good. I remember I did get that one. What did I think to that? I did review it. I don't know, was I a bit disappointed with it? I can't remember now. I don't remember. I think I was a bit disappointed with it, I feel like it was that one. I'm not sure. I do remember getting it. I feel like I was a bit disappointed. I did review it. I did review the Aldi one as well. I think the Aldi one was meant to be the best one, wasn't it? The one I liked the most actually was the really bog standard Aldi one, Asda one. I thought it was just quite nice actually. I thought it just ticked all the boxes. That's the one I think I quite enjoyed a lot. One I think that stuck out for me as a favourite for a while was when Cadbury did a triple chocolate one. Or I think it was an orange one actually, but the triple chocolate one and the orange one, they basically just swapped out the cream. So you had like a cream in the middle of the swirls, you had like a chocolate cream around it, and the orange one had an orange cream around it, and those were very nice actually. Good to see you, Joe. Good to see you. How are you doing? Yes, how are you doing? Good to see you, Joe. And not too bad this time. 19 minutes past, so you made it. You did pretty good. How are you doing today, Joe? How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Yes, so do you have any Christmas food antics, Joe, that we sort of like you remember from when you were younger? Anything you used to eat when you were younger or nowadays at Christmas time? I got a nice melting snowman dessert for one of the days over Christmas. A snowman's head made of white chocolate with toffee cake inside caramel sauce. Yes, it features melts off when heated. I say that's interesting. I guess a bit like the Snowman the story, isn't it? The animation, it melts at the end. A bit sad, I guess, but there we go. Yeah. That's not too bad. Nice and melted snow. That sounds quite an interesting one. Yeah, maybe I'll try and get that, but see. How do you get more chocolate than Roberto? Goodness me. Well, he's very close, that's for sure. I mean, if you saw all the chocolate that I've got all around the place, it might not be quite that much, but honestly, but it certainly does get through a lot. And Merry Christmas. Yes, we're near. Yeah, how are you doing, Joe? Are you all set for Christmas? Everyone all set for Christmas, by the way. How's it all going? Hopefully everyone's doing well. Yes, honestly. Yeah, nearly there now. Can you believe it? But I think for me as well, another thing, of course, speaking of Yule logs, we've got to have a look. Let's have a look at the Clementine. There's not as many Yule logs going around this year, I've seen us had a couple, but nothing too dramatic. Here it is. Yeah, I did review this one. I remember Alan, I think we spoke out. In fact, look, I've just searched for Clementine Yule log, and I think for some reason my videos come up somewhere. There we go. Typically I wasn't intending to do that, but there we go. One of the videos from last year. Yule logs cheap versus best. Okay, so that's one I did. Was it last year? And the Clementine ones there, look at that, there we go. I think the Asda Yule log in the bottom right was my one I liked the most, wasn't it? Yeah. So there we are. But that's the Clementine one there on the left. You can sort of see it's a bit more on the right there as well. Yeah, so there we go. So I did review it last year. Something else is there, but well, there you go. I'll leave that small, that one up there, so you can see it. So there we go. So yes, so that's my video out, so you can actually watch that. I think they're still all available this year. I think maybe not the Clementine one, but there we go. Does anyone else have fruit dumpling at Christmas? Fruit dumpling with a 5p inside. I used to make one every year. Goodness me. I didn't eat the 5p. Fruit dumpling. I don't know, I don't think I ever had that. I don't know, fruit dumpling. Let's give a bit of a search. Fruit dumpling. Fruit dumpling with 5p inside. Let's see if we can find something like that. I don't know. I've got some images, Alan. I don't know if these are the ones your gran made, but yeah, I don't know. It's sort of Czech fruit dumplings. I'm not sure. I guess it's just like sort of fruit with pastry inside. So yeah, let's sort of show the image, see if we can find sort of something going on here. See where's that? I don't know where the image is for that. I think it's a bit further to the right. There you go. So I guess it's those kind of things, isn't it? They're wrapped in pastry. And now puts 5p inside. Yeah. So I guess you could break your teeth on the 5p. Probably not what they do these days, is it? But there we go. Yeah. 30 degrees there. Goodness me. It must be really weird having Christmas as a hot time of year, because in the UK it's very much a dark, hopefully snowy, but cold time of year. I can't imagine it being a hot time of year. Sort of being thought of as a hot time of year. Can't imagine it. It must be very strange. But maybe it's normal for you, Joe. I mean, what do you think, Joe? Do you find it weird thinking of Christmas as being something with snow and stuff like that? Love the OST music. Is it from Soul Calibur? It could be. What minute are we on? 23:11. Super Mario Odyssey, this one, apparently. Shiveria Town, Super Mario Odyssey. Yes. Yeah, it's quite good. We've got some from Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley, it's got such amazing music in it. I love Stardew Valley music, actually. I think the winter music is especially amazing. I seem to remember really loving it. It's quite sad. I guess it's quite dismal. Well, not dismal, but it's quite, what's the word? Reflective. So yeah, it's very. I don't know how he did it, really. The guy in there. I'm assuming he made the music himself. He did the whole game himself. I believe. Yeah. The Chocobos make so much money off selection boxes. Everyone in schools and workplaces giving out at Christmas, and they're just regular boxes of chocolate bars in a different box. Yeah, I know. It's quite interesting that people at school do them, because when I was younger, that didn't used to happen. Chocolate wasn't really well. Selection boxes were a thing at Christmas, but I think I don't know, like things like chocolates in your advent calendar certainly wasn't a thing when I was younger. It was just pictures, and even when the first chocolate advent calendars came out, they were kind of, they were branded as, say, Milky Way or something, but there was no Milky Way chocolate in there. It was just normal chocolate. Yeah, interesting. And you didn't really give out chocolate to people at Christmas. I don't know. Not in the way you're talking about there. At least I didn't, anyway. Maybe other people did. Panettone. Oh yes, there we go. Yes, well done, Joe. Well done, Panettone. That's definitely something, isn't it? That's definitely a thing. Yes. That's not. We do have it over here. I wouldn't say it's a particular staple that people have, really. Does anyone else think in the UK panettone is a thing? I mean, it's definitely something you can buy, a Tesco classic panettone, but it's not really something that you it's not like a typical Christmas treat, is it, in the UK? Yeah, more like a Christmas pudding. A clooty dumpling. I see. Let's have a look. I'll search for that in a second. Then, Alan. Yeah, clooty dumpling. I've not. Yeah, oh, goodness me, clooty dumpling. Let's have a look. I'll try searching for that. But panettone, what do you reckon? Does anyone have panettone for Christmas? Is it? It doesn't. I must admit, I never really heard of it before until someone. I think I had an Italian friend. I think they were talking about it. And I never heard of it before then. And since then, I have seen it in the shops and things. But let's see, clooty dumpling. Ah, there we go. Clooty dumpling. Okay, let's have a see. So yeah, it looks a bit more. Let's have a look. Hang on. See if we can get a decent image. Problem is, it's just all, you know, it's kind of in a random spot on the screen. Let's have a look. There we go. Is that something about it? Roy's clooty dumpling. Remember Roy's? Well done, Roy. Something like that, Alan. Is that kind of the gist of it? A bit like a Christmas pudding. Christmas pudding as well, of course. That is that's the thing, isn't it? What do people think of Christmas pudding? People light it on fire, don't you? With, is it rum or whiskey or something on it? What's the other one? Not rum, whiskey. What's the other alcohol? I forgot. Not vodka. Maybe it is whiskey. I'm sure there's another alcohol that I can't think the name of. I'm addicted to Aldi's brioche bread at the moment. Not Christmas. Not really Christmases, but they're loaves of sweet yellow cakey bread, basically. Yes, brioche bread is now. You get brioche buns for burgers as well, can't you? But it's quite nice brioche, I must say. But yes, quite calorific because of all the butter. But yeah, selection boxes are a thing too. Yeah, so you have these selection boxes are quite. I don't really have them anymore. But I used to really enjoy them at Christmas time, I must say. Brandy, that's the one I'm thinking of, Andrew. Yes. Do you like Christmas pudding with brandy? So I'm not a big fan of Christmas pudding. I'm not a big fan of brandy either. So, you know, and cream on and stuff like that. It doesn't do it for me, Christmas pudding, I must say. It really doesn't. I'm just not a big fan of it. I somehow, for some reason, like mince pies. I don't know why that is. I don't know why I like mince pies. Probably, I don't know. You know, mainly Mr. Kipling ones, but yeah. Interesting. What do we think? Yeah, everyone has Christmas pudding. Let's do a poll for Christmas pudding. Why not? I think Christmas pudding warrants a poll, doesn't it? Let's see, definitely. Christmas pudding, Christmas cake, Christmas pudding. Let's do that. Let's see. Christmas pudding. Let's see. Burn it with fire. Right. Let's have a look. So burning it with fire might sound like it's a good thing, but it's not. Yeah. Because we'll bring on the brandy, okay, I'll burn it with fire. There we go. See what people think. See what people think. Christmas pudding. The first one reminded me of it. I've heard people sink hours and hours into Stardew Valley. Yeah, it's yes, it's a good game. I've not played as much as I would have liked. I'd like to get back to it at one point, to be honest with you. Yeah, I do want to get back to it. Hopefully one day I will do. Hopefully one day. But yeah, it's a lovely game, really. It's just a nice game. There's quite a few games like that, really. But you know, I don't know. There's something about Stardew Valley. It was quite magical, really. When I was in primary school in the mid to late 2000s, Santa used to turn up in the afternoon on the last Friday before Christmas halls with a huge sack full of selection boxes, and we all got one. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. I don't think we ever had anything like that in my school. We used to have like a guy coming around on a, you know. I used to think it looked really good, but it probably was just a horse. It was just a truck, probably. But he used to come around dressed as Santa, and I think they used to go for charity and things. But it used to look pretty Christmassy. I remember quite liking that when I was younger. But I think it was just they were just collecting money for charity, didn't get anything. So yeah. My mother buys every year without fail. I love it. So the one with raisins, but it's called panettone. Yes, that's the one. Yes. So it's kind of like probably a European Christmas pudding panettone, isn't it? It's a bit more palatable than Christmas pudding. I think I seem to prefer it. To be honest with you. Yes. I think it's hot. Some people go to the beaches this time of year. Goodness me. I just cannot imagine Christmas being synonymous with beaches and stuff like that. Yes. Never heard of Christmas pudding. Yeah, it's probably, is it quite a British thing? I think panettone, but a bit more stodgy and cakey. Yeah, it's basically a bit like, I mean, this is I don't know if that's a typical, I don't know if it's a bit weird, and people pour brandy on it, Joe, and set it on fire. I mean, it doesn't stay on fire, but, you know, it's one of those, honestly. But yes, there we go. Interesting one. But, yeah, it's I don't know. It's very much a Christmas thing. There's Christmas cake as well, which is kind of similar-ish. bit different as well. I don't really like either of them really. I don't like mince pies warmed up either. I like them cold. I don't know why. Warmed up, I don't really do it for me. Not with cream or anything like that. I just like them on their own as well. Every year when I'm in family at Christmas, increasingly just older relatives who have Christmas pudding. Chocoholics if it's ice and melted snow and test. But yeah, this is it. I think they're quite adult, aren't they? Christmas pudding, Christmas cake. It's not really a kid's thing. And I must admit, I've got more of a kid's palate, I think, when it comes to sort of things like this. So I'm not really into sort of, I'll say mince pies. I don't mind, but Christmas cake and this and the other. Not too sure about those. So we do have some memberships to gift as well. It's Christmas time, of course. We've got so let's do that. See if I can before I forget it. So you've got to opt in, stuff like that. So I'll give you 5 seconds to opt in. You go to sort of click on the member button, the join button down here somewhere. It says join. Then there's 3 dots or a settings menu. Go to membership gifting, and there's a slider to allow membership gifting. So you've got to have that on basically. So yeah, do that, and then there we go. I think I've got 5. I think I've got 5 left to gift. Yes, I do. So going to gift those in about 5 seconds. 5 for free, 2 and 1. Let's see what they're like. Good luck, everyone. Good luck. All right, there we go. So they've gone out. We'll see who gets them. I'm not a big fan of Christmas pudding, but I don't mind Christmas cake. There we go, Christmas cake. Yeah. Well, for me, the one I like at Christmas, which you would consider perhaps something along these lines, and I'm not a big fan of it with the alcohol in it. But yes, it's trifle. Yes, maybe not that one. One I sort of like. Hang on. It's a bit more. Probably a bit less fruity, although it does have the fruit in. I can't move this for some reason. Something's moved that I'm not. There we go, right. Move something else, perhaps into what I've moved. But, go this way. Okay. Yeah, so something along the lines of the one on the left, I think, is probably more kind of what I like. It does have alcohol in it as well. I think it's maybe the one on the top there, actually. It's more the trifle with the custard. I like the custard part. Maybe not so much on the topping there. But I love the custard bit. A bit at the bottom, people put alcohol in the bottom part. But trifle, Christmas trifle for me. I quite like that. And trifle for breakfast on Boxing Day as well, stuff like this. So I do quite like a trifle, I must say. Strangely, but I say I don't really like it with too much alcohol in it. I'm not an alcohol fan. But people do put alcohol in the bit at the bottom, the red bit at the bottom. They put like, I don't know what it is. It's probably not brandy. I think I don't know, gin. I have no idea what they put in. There's all these alcohols, but could be brandy. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what goes in it, but I do like it. I do like it. There's one a bit further to the right actually on this image that's probably more similar to the kind of trifle that I would have had. But yeah, it's that kind of thing. It is. Who got the membership? So Poppy Corn, well done Poppy. Not seen you for a while, Poppy. Hope you're doing well. Congratulations on the membership. Georgie as well. Georgie, good stuff, Georgie. Glad you're still around as well. I'm sure you are. And well done. Might be watching at this moment, but well done, Georgie, and Merry Christmas. And Mr. Decepticon, Rick as well. Good stuff. Good to see you, Rick. And then Investido Profoot. All right, I think that's investing in pro football, maybe. I don't know. But congratulations. SGRXX619. Well done as well. Good stuff indeed. Also, congratulations. Yes, so you get basic exclusive access to the reviews a bit earlier than everyone else, basically, as a perk. So enjoy that. We love Krispy Kremes at Christmas. They're very easy to share, and no one knows what to expect with the iconic taste. Krispy Kremes for a Christmas thing. That's not something I've Krispy Kreme. There we go. Hang on. Which one? Is it specifically the glazed ring donut? Or is it something a bit more? Because I guess is it the classic one basically? Krispy Kreme at Christmas time. Not something I've associated with Christmas, I must say, but I guess certain families have different things, don't you? Really. I'm trying to think if there's something specific to my family we have at Christmas, but I can't think. I love a good trifle. It has to have custard and jelly, no compote or anything. Yeah, that's right. Yes, this is it. Yeah, I think you're right there, Andrew. Yeah, it's I do quite like trifle. I don't know why. I don't think I used to like it when I was younger. I think I thought I wouldn't like it, but as soon as it's very nice with the cream, the custard. And as you say, that sort of jelly and things like that, it's nice, yeah. So you do have other people's recipes, don't you? And you always think, oh, it's not quite as good as the one I'm used to, but yeah. I might try pouring a brandy on a Yule log and set it off fire. God, that's me. I don't know what would happen. Yes, obviously I have a fire extinguisher handy, just in case. I like eating loads of Christmas dinners and opening up a box of chocolates. Yeah, I know, it's nice to, I know what you mean. There's always room for dessert, isn't there, basically? There's always room for dessert. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. It's nice. I say just having something. It could be something like an after 8, couldn't it? Like the chocolate, something like that. I don't know. Something a bit sort of like that. Festive ones. Festive Krispy Kreme. Let's have a look. Hang on. Oh, there we go. I must admit, I've never really sort of had love Krispy Kreme as being sort of Christmassy thing. Really need to try that. But interesting. There we go. They've still got the regular glazed ones, haven't they? You know, the classic 4 of those in there, which is a bit of a shame. Got 2 of other kinds, but 4 of the regular ones, which is a bit. I hate the way they do things like that in these things, but it's always the way. But is that the kind of thing you would have had, Skywalker? That sort of thing, like the Santa Claus one, Snowman one, the Christmas tree one. I think we've got a couple of regular chocolate ones, haven't they, as well? I don't know if they're sort of Christmas themed. As a kid, my grandma used to make a trifle strawberry jelly at the bottom. Bird's custard, it was a bit solid in the fridge, and dream topping with sprinkles, very sweet and old-fashioned. Dream topping, what's dream topping? Is in like not the chocolate bar, do you mean, or a? Yeah, I don't know what my mum used to have. I think it was custard. I guess like a jelly in there as well. Cream on the top. Yeah, I can't remember what was sprinkled on top of it. I can't remember what was on top of it now. I'm sure there's something. A few black magic after Christmas dinner. A bit of Yule log is good. Yeah, sounds definitely sounds good. That, Andrew, definitely sounds good. Definitely sounds good. Oh, yeah. I think it's not. You've got to have that sort of nice dessert, haven't you? You must say. Yeah. I think for me, trifle's generally the dessert I have nowadays. If there's Yule log going around, I'll probably have that as well as, or instead of, or whatever. It depends what's there. But yeah, very nice indeed. Very nice. Oh, I'm just looking at have a seat. Doop doop. Yeah, okay. Right, Bird's dream topping is a very thick, very sweet alternative to whipped cream. It comes in a sachet of powder, and you have to whip it up, not foamy like cream. Ah, okay, interesting. Right. Yeah, I haven't seen that before. I think my mum. I don't know what she made. Probably just I think she just whipped the cream herself. I think so anyway. I don't know. I'm not too sure. I think she made the custard herself actually as well. I think it was all made. I think Mum did a good job. She made it all herself. It was nice. I must say, it was nice. Whether it's better, I don't know, but it was nice. Oh dear. Yeah, so there we go. So trifle, of course. Trifle mince pies, of course. We've got to have mince pies. Mince pies. I don't know why they're called mince pies. There was a reason for it, wasn't there? But mince pies nonetheless. Here we go. These are probably. I don't think. Do you get these in other countries? You probably don't, do you? Really? They're very specific to the UK. But sort of like fruit, basically sultanas, raisins, sort of jam, isn't it, in the middle? Bit of a dusting on top. So it's not actually mincemeat or anything like that, but they are very nice. Oh, hang on, I've lost my hang on screen. There we go. British people tend to put some weight on until January. Well, it is a common thing where people start going to the gym and stuff in January as a New Year's resolution, things like that, Joe. So you probably eat a lot at Christmas. It's fair to say. So you hopefully will lose it between then and New Year, but you never know. Yeah. But it's very, very heavy, stodgy food at Christmas, must be said. So yeah. Do you like the ready-made truffles from the supermarket? I don't think I've ever had one, Andrew. I don't think I've ever had one. Are they pretty good? Is there any you recommend? Maybe we should try one, but I don't think I've ever had one. I think whenever I've had one, it's always been made by my mum or a relative, something like that. I've never really gone out and bought one. It's always been a Christmas thing, so I don't really sort of ever get one myself because I always think, I'm going to have one made at Christmas and I'll taste that, But have you ever had one? Are they any good? Maybe I'll have to review some. Maybe I'm missing out. Maybe that's something I should be reviewing over Christmas, maybe. But yeah. M&S do a good strawberry jelly trifle. And I'll see, okay, maybe I'll have to... Yeah, I imagine M&S would do a good trifle if anyone's going to do one. Yeah, see, maybe I'll have to review that at some point. Is it only available at Christmas or is it available all year round? Oh, the same here. Men drink so much beer, I see. Well, usually, yeah, Christmas it's kind of, well, probably is a beer thing as well, I guess. I don't know really what people... It's also like, what's that sort of eggnog, what's it called? That, I forgot what it's called now. That weird egg drink, I forgot what it's called. That egg alcohol drink, I forgot what it's called now. It might be eggnog, I'm not sure, but it's something else. I'm thinking of something else as well, some like cocktail with it in. And then Bucks Fizz as well, which is like orange juice and wine or something. That's the thing at Christmas. Baileys, of course, Irish cream. That's the thing at Christmas. So it's a whole load of different alcohols at Christmas, basically, Jow. Yeah, and as I say, there's this one. It's just anything goes basically. But it tends to be sort of like cocktails and, as I say, it's a strange stuff going on. You know, it tends to not just be typical beer. It's other things, a bit more special, and brandies and stuff. You know, yeah. All year round, supermarkets do ready-made trifles. Right, I've looked into it. There's something, basically, when I go into shops or supermarkets, I tend to just go for what I'm after. I don't tend to wander about, you know, so I miss a lot of stuff, really. Although with chocolate and things, you know. But obviously because I don't review many cakes and things, I don't tend to go in the cake sections that much. Sometimes I will do, sometimes I will, but obviously the trifles and stuff might be in the fridge section or something like that, or the freezer section maybe. Yeah, so I'm just one of those, I don't really sort of peruse the whole thing. So maybe I should, maybe I'm missing out on loads of stuff, maybe I need to do more, it's, you know, it's difficult to fit it all in. Cadbury do a winter trifle at Christmas, and some supermarkets also do chocolate trifles, as well as usual strawberry jelly ones. Very interesting, okay. Yeah, maybe I'm missing out on these, I need to look out, maybe next year I'll look out for these. Asda's yellow label cheapo trifle, £1.97 is surprisingly good. Let's have a look at Asda's, see if we can find that. Asda. Let's see if we can find it. Is this the one, Alan? Is this the one? It's obviously from side view here, which is not the best view of the trifle, I think you'd say. Looks like they do a load of different ones, but I imagine that's probably it. But yeah, there we go. Yes, that's it. Yeah. Obviously, underneath it'll have different layers, won't it? We can't quite see the. Let's see. We'll click on the Asda's website. See what. See if I can. Just Essentials. The Asda yellow label stuff, the Just Essential range, is actually pretty good, I must say. I'm on their website now. They've only got the one picture of it, unfortunately, which is just that one, which is not great. You'd think they'd have a bit more. I must say, Asda's, I mean, whether the quality of the ingredients is any good or not is another matter, but the taste, the pizzas they do in that range are quite cheap, very nice, just the cheese and tomato ones. I must say, pretty impressive Asda stuff. Their Yule log was pretty good. I think they do pretty good budget stuff, actually. I've been pretty impressed. But that's the one. Alan's recommendation. There we go. Just Essentials by Asda. Fruit cocktail trifle. There we go. So there we are. So obviously you just see the cream at the top, but it will probably have custard and other things in there. £1.97. What's the what does it actually say? It's in the description. Don't really have a decent description there. No, I'm sort of going down, but you can't see it unfortunately what I'm talking about here. But I'm just looking for a description, but there's no proper description. Average 3 stars though, Alan, on the website apparently. But sometimes some people are expecting too much for what they get in there. But interesting there. There we go. So that's Alan's recommendation. Maybe I'll give that a try at some point. Maybe I'll give that a try. There we go. Interesting that. There we go. Right, I'll just get back to where we were. Yeah, interesting. Okay, so I think trifles. Yeah, it's an area I've not considered actually. I must say. So probably next year. I think this year might be too late now. Got so many other things to review. Struggling to get it all in, as you know. But they do another few range, and there's another few trifles there as they're doing that. They've got a peach one, millionaire's trifle. So it's a whole. Goodness me, it's a whole can of worms, this, isn't it? I mean, look at this. I'll just expand this a bit. Look at that. So we've got peach one there, raspberry and peach, millionaire's trifle. Goodness me. These look very nice. 500 grams as well. Crikey. 600 grams. How heavy is the? I assume it's probably the same size. It's got to be in the same packaging, don't they? So I'm trying to see how heavy the other one was. 600 grams. So this one, the one Alan was mentioning before, is 600 grams. So they're quite big. You're getting quite a lot there. £1.97 for 600 grams of stuff. That's pretty good. Not bad at all. That. Not bad at all. Right. So I think a bit outside the box now. For one, probably my last recommendation. I think so. I must say, I'm actually a big fan of Haribo Merry Mix as well. Not when I was younger, but these days, I don't think Haribo was a thing when I was younger. I don't remember it anyway. It might have been, but I certainly don't remember Haribo being a thing when I was younger. But Haribo Merry Mix, I actually really quite like. It's got a really nice selection of stuff in. Things like Super Mix Haribo, I find a bit rubbish. The ones with just like the chewy sweets in, I'm not a big fan of. But the Merry Mix one has a really good selection of of Haribo sweets actually. It's got like the jelly men in there, which have a really lovely consistency. It's got like the foamy ones in there. It's just a nice selection, and I really like it. I definitely recommend that one. Sour sweets are the ones I tend to go for. Sweets generally. There aren't any in this one, you know. But it's just a really nice selection of sweets, and it's obviously a limited edition one for Christmas. But very nice, really like it, really good that one. And I've tried to review it on the channel several times, but I kept eating them. And I've went on a bit. I'm back on a diet basically now. I've started cutting down a bit more for the past 3 or 4, 5 weeks. Which I've done pretty well at actually. I think I've lost about 10 pounds or something like that. It was creeping back on basically. So I managed to get back on it. But yes, so those habits I've not been doing anymore. So I haven't kept eating them, but I've just not managed to review it yet. So there we go. You ever tried York fruits? I like those Xmas. Very soft jellies. I think they're vegan friendly. York fruits. Let's have a look. I think I know what you mean. I don't know if I've had them, but I think I know what you mean. Yes, I do know the ones you mean. These, they always look nice. These ones, don't they? York fruits. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had them, Andrew, but they do look nice. I feel like I've had something like them. In fact, I think I might have had them actually. I've had the same thing. I think and they're just quite thick, big sweets, aren't they? With a very jelly sense. They are like with sugar coating. Yeah, they are very nice. Those. I don't think I've had York fruit ones. I might have done. But I've definitely had something that's basically the same thing. And they are very nice. There's definitely something, they're nice ones there, so you can see them there as well. York fruits, Wikipedia, so there must be a specific thing. A Wikipedia page entry there, apparently. Very interesting one. Yeah, I do like those. They are a good one, those, Andrew. Yeah. At least but I don't have them. Basically, it's often quite difficult for me to just have not random stuff. But if I've got so many things to review, it's just difficult to get them special things. Sometimes I make an exception. And I've never quite got around to having York fruits because they're always something, I don't know, there's like a big box of them or something like that, isn't there? I do remember they remind me a lot of, not they're completely different, but they remind me of the, what's it called? There's like candied lemon slices you used to get, these on like little cupcakes and things. They've always reminded me of those. I guess they are kind of probably quite similar actually, but they're a lot thinner. But they remind me of those really, yeah. Yes, used to get, there we go, I think Alan's, yes, this is basically, you used to get wee jelly slices of orange and lemon at Christmas, that's it, that's right. Those are kind of the ones I'm thinking of. But yeah, they used to get them for sort of cakes and stuff, didn't you? But yes, you get them, that's what reminded me of them, yeah, so, yes, you did. Let's see. Jelly slices, so we can find them. I don't know if that's definitely the one, but yeah, I think I remember them looking slightly different, but that might be them. I don't know if that's the ones I remember, but yes, basically, something like that, wasn't it, Alan? I don't think that's the one I remember. I think the one I remember is something a bit different than that. But it was something like that, wasn't it? Yeah, the one, I can't remember what the one, let's see if I can find. Maybe it was that, I don't know. Just looking through you can see me scrolling down through the list of stuff. But yeah, it was something like that, wasn't it, Alan? I feel like the one that I used to see or get was a different packaging, but it was basically that, wasn't it? Yeah. I feel the ones I used to get were a bit more thinner rind and stuff. It looked a bit more, I don't know, a bit less, a bit smaller, I think they were. I can't quite recall, but yes, definitely. What chocolate are you looking forward to eating this Christmas? Any boxes in mind? Well, good point actually, Andrew. I don't really know actually what I'm really looking forward to because, as I say, I've got quite a lot of things to review, so what if I can get round to it? I'm about to review the Fox's Indulgent Creams. I'm going to do that after I do this actually. That's the thing on my mind. So it's got like a Dubai Pistachio Honeycomb and hazelnut flavour creams inside. But of course, it's not really what I'm going to have at Christmas. I don't really know what I'm going to be having really. Because as I say, because of the channel and things, I just tend to have lots of chocolate on the go all the time and things like that. So it's quite difficult to sort of specifically say anything. So, yeah, I don't know. Was there anything specific? I wanted to get round to lots of the Fox's Indulgent biscuits that they've done. Not the Indulgent Creams, but the other ones. I was quite looking forward to those, but not really a Christmas thing. It's just more of a chocolate thing on the channel. So, I don't know. It's an interesting one. I don't feel like I specifically have a chocolate thing for Christmas anymore, because I say I've just got too much chocolate around. So, yeah, what about you, Andrew? And anyone else got anything specific looking forward to? What are you looking forward to this Christmas for chocolate specifically this time? Yes, do you remember chocolate tree decorations? Milky Way used to do nice ones, but these days the best ones, I mean, are Swiss ones, I think. Can we also do them? Supermarket own brands. Well, they weren't really a thing when I was younger, actually. Chocolate decorations. They kind of became sort of a thing a bit when I was a bit too old to want them, I think. Well, I did want them, but you know what I mean. Yeah, but they're interesting ones. Do you not see them much anymore? I see them sometimes in B&M, I think. Chocolate Brazil nuts are a favourite from Christmas past for a lot of people. Chocolate Brazil nuts. At one point would have liked those. Let's see. Chocolate Brazil nuts, there you go. Come straight away. I've got it nailed on, haven't I? The picture coming straight away, so there you go. Yeah, Mum used to have like a pot of Brazil nuts. I think they were just more decorative. And in fact, I think in the end, one time she sprayed them gold, I think, just as a Christmas decoration. Which is a strange one, but they were actual Brazil nuts. No one ever ate them. They were just there. You could still eat them, of course, but she sprayed them gold. Remember that? Yeah, it was a strange one. No, just actual, but no chocolate on them. But yeah, they're rock hard. You have to have a proper nutcracker to get them open. Like Christmas tree baubles made of chocolate. I used to love them as a kid, but they're hard to resist and when left on the tree. I know, I can imagine you just have no Christmas trees left, Christmas decorations left. Yeah, I used to. Never were really a thing when I was younger, Andrew. To be honest with you, lots of these things like that, like chocolates in advent calendars, chocolates on your tree. They just weren't a thing when I was younger. Really, it was very. I wouldn't say it was sparse, but I'd say we did have chocolate like roses and stuff like that. But we just didn't have these extra things where it was on your tree or in your advent calendars and stuff like that. You know, weird, really. It's hard to imagine these days. I think, but particularly advent calendars. You know, you just have pictures in them, and you used to love them. You know, it was just good fun opening them. You know, the pictures were very basic. It was just like a Christmas tree or a present or an angel or something like that. They were really basic pictures. But I don't know. It's funny, isn't it? You know, yeah, just used to. I don't think kids could live with an advent calendar that wasn't a chocolate one these days. I really don't think they would. I don't think they'd accept it. I think it would. I don't know. I mean, the chocolate one, the original chocolate ones as well, when they first started doing, used to have pictures in as well at the back, because the chocolates were really cheap chocolates. You know, no matter what brand you got. I'm sure you saw that picture. Sometimes the picture was eventually maybe it was just the mould of the chocolate. But then they don't even have pictures in them at all anymore, you know, which is a shame. It's a bit of a shame, really, you know. Sometimes I did look a couple of years back for a picture advent calendar. You can still get them. There's like, you know, you obviously pay a premium probably for them. It's a bit like that thing, isn't it, where, what was it, Thomas Edison said when, you know, because he got electricity, he said, you know, in I don't know, in 10 years' time, whatever, only the rich will burn candles, he said. And it's a bit like that with the picture advent calendars, you know. Most people just get the chocolate ones, you have to pay a premium for the picture ones. Madness, you know. They're like white bread and brown bread, and back in the day, the white bread was seen as the non-cheap one, but nowadays it's the cheaper option. Interesting, really, yeah, interesting. Alright, let's see what the results of the poll were. I didn't get many votes for it, but basically it's, 2/3 burn it with fire. I want to bring on the brandy for Christmas pudding, so there we go. Interesting one. So it's interesting on Christmas pudding. I think it's definitely something you prefer when you're older, I think. I think when you're younger, Christmas pudding is not really a desired thing. Probably why I'm not a big fan of it. As I say, I've got a bit of a children's palate when it comes to alcohol and stuff like that. I'm just not really into it, you know. But there we go. Honestly, there we are. Right, well, that probably brings us to the end of this. Yes, Christmas, Christmas chocolate treat special. Yeah, you know, quite an interesting, wasn't it? Quite good to chat about, I think, definitely. Unless we've got a Christmas review special going on, so basically, I'll just do lots of Christmas stuff. Might even review some of those things. Haribo Merry Mix could be in them as well. Not sure what we've got. I'll basically just grab a load of the Christmas stuff that I've got left to review that perhaps won't get round to. I was considering doing the Red Velvet Yule Log, but I think I might do that as a special review. And hopefully I'll get a few reviews out this week as well. I've been a bit of a slow week this week, just so busy. Didn't really have the time to get any reviews out, unfortunately. And when I did, I was quite tired, to be honest with you. Just been a busy week. So it's been one of those. It's been one of them. But hopefully, if I can get myself to do it, I'll get the Jaffa Cake Cosmic Fruit review out today. And I want to try and get the Lindor Irish Cream one, which I still have from last year. I reviewed it last year and never published it. I've still got some Christmas reviews from last year, never managed to do, so I might try and get that out because I've seen it out again. So I might try and get that out as well this week. That's the plan of those two videos. Hopefully, maybe a third one. The Red Velvet Yule Log. I'm gonna hopefully get that out this week as well. Hopefully that's the plan. There's 3 reviews. Hopefully we'll get out this week, or Maybe for the members this week, and maybe everyone else will get the third one maybe next week. Not sure, we'll see. Just hard to get everything out basically. So much to review. Just not enough time, you know. We're going to try to do the December special as well. Got that to come up also. So December, what's the December? What's the word? I've got December update. There we go. So there we are. Right, well there we go, guys. Great to see you all. Great to see you, Alan. Great to see you, Andrew. Great to see you, of course, Skywalker as well, and Joe, of course. Great to see you also. And anyone else who's watching as well. Don't think I've missed anyone else off. Hopefully I haven't. And congratulations to those who won the won the membership. Poppycorn, Georgie, well done, Georgie, and Rick, of course, Mr. Decepticon, and Investido Pro Foot. Let's say, I think that's I invest. Or I'm investing in pro football. I think it is. I'm not sure. And this JRXX619 as well. Well done indeed. Good stuff indeed. Great to see you all. Hopefully I didn't hopefully I didn't miss any chats. But there we go. But there we are. Do you have snow already this year? Not yet. So not. We've had some in some places, some higher up places, but not generally. So yeah, so it's more of a January, February thing. Snow in the UK, to be honest with you. Sometimes we'll have a white Christmas, but it's generally a January, February thing. Snow, mostly anyway. Mostly. But it can depend. Yes. But we'll see. Hopefully we'll get some. It looked like it was a bit of a snowy. It looked like it was getting towards maybe almost like it could snow today. But I think it's not quite cold enough. More of a rain day, I think. Happy rest of the week, everyone. Oh, thank you very much, Alan. Thank you very much. Yes. No, have a great one yourself, Alan. Great one also. And hopefully I'll see you next week for the Christmas special, Christmas review special. I've already put it up there. It's already ready. And yep, I've already advertised it. So I'm ahead of the game this time. So there we go. Alright, well take care everyone. Great to see you all. Have a lovely weekend as well. And enjoy your advent calendars. And I'll see you next Saturday, if not before. Take care everyone. Bye for now. See ya.